Welcome to our exploration of the complex history and potential consequences of the Israel-Iran nuclear conflict. Our story begins in pre-revolutionary Iran, a time when diplomatic relations between Tehran and Tel Aviv flourished. However, the Islamic Revolution of 1979 changed the geopolitical landscape of the region, ushering in a new era of hostility towards Israel. Iran's pursuit of nuclear capabilities further escalated tensions, raising concerns among regional and global powers. Israel, viewing Iran's nuclear ambitions as an existential threat, intensified its own security measures. In 2010, the Stuxnet cyber attack, widely attributed to Israel and the United States, targeted Iran's nuclear facilities, setting back its program. Narrator: diplomatic efforts, including the Iran nuclear deal, sought to address concerns and ease tensions between the two nations. However, the withdrawal of the United States from the Iran nuclear deal in 2018 reignited tensions and exacerbated distrust. Heightened rhetoric from leaders on both sides further fueled speculation of a potential military confrontation. Military buildup in the region intensified, raising concerns of a possible escalation into open conflict. Both Israel and Iran relied on the concept of nuclear deterrence to dissuade aggression from the other side. Proxy conflicts in Syria, Lebanon, and Yemen served as battlegrounds for the broader regional rivalry between Israel and Iran. The humanitarian toll of ongoing conflicts left millions displaced and vulnerable to violence and instability. Cyber warfare emerged as a new frontier in the conflict, with both sides engaging in espionage and sabotage. The Israel-Iran conflict contributed to regional instability, exacerbating existing tensions and fueling sectarian divisions. Now, let's confront the grim prospect of a nuclear war between Israel and Iran, and the ramifications it would entail. The immediate devastation would be catastrophic, with densely populated urban centers obliterated and millions of lives lost in an instant. The spread of nuclear fallout would contaminate vast swaths of land, rendering them uninhabitable for generations to come. The economic fallout would be equally devastating, with global markets plunging into chaos and recession. A global humanitarian crisis would unfold, as nations struggled to provide aid and shelter to millions of displaced civilians. The environmental impact would be severe, with irreversible damage to ecosystems and biodiversity. The specter of nuclear proliferation would loom large, as other nations seek to acquire nuclear capabilities in response to the conflict. Diplomatic channels would be strained, as nations scrambled to navigate the geopolitical fallout of a nuclear war. The psychological toll of such a conflict would be immeasurable, leaving a legacy of trauma for generations to come. In the face of such devastation, calls for peace and diplomacy would grow louder than ever before. Despite the grim realities, there remains hope for a future where dialogue on cooperation triumph over conflict and destruction. In conclusion, the Israel-Iran nuclear conflict poses a grave threat to global peace and stability. It is imperative for the international community to redouble its efforts in preventing such a catastrophic outcome. Let us work together to promote dialogue, foster understanding, and build a world free from the specter of nuclear warfare. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history and ramifications of the Israel-Iran nuclear conflict.